everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. Not doing that one.
So is you ready? Tune in. Baby, life dating a Haitian in Miami-Dade. It ain't for the weak. It is not for the weak. As you can see, I'm finna tell you. Y'all say y'all want story time. I got a story for you. This story is between me and my first daughter's father. Tune in. Baby, I started off like this. I was being a little, I was, trying, like 16, 17, trying to be hot. Well, not necessarily trying to be hot. I'm following my sister to see her boyfriend. And she don't usually take me with her to see her boyfriend because my sister was like street, but at the same time, she was more conservative. And I was like a tomboy mixed with, I want to know my girly side. So, one day I convinced her to take me with her to go see her boyfriend. As soon as I pull up, as soon as we got dropped off in the cab, it was society cab over there to these apartments, like on 99th Street or something like that. And as soon as we got out the cab, it was somebody yelling me down. Hey, asking my sister, who that is? My sister said, don't play with me. No, don't talk to him. Look the other way. At that point right there, I liked him. So he just kept going, hey, T, who that is? And I was like, and she was like, I'm telling you, Charlotte, do not talk to him. I'm not playing with you. Do not talk to him. He's a dog, this, da. And I was like, because I didn't, have a lot of boyfriends or whatever. So I was like, girl, I ain't gonna mess with him like that, but I'm just gonna holler at him. Girl, so when I got up close and I seen the guy, he was cute. Oh my God, he was cute. And then I heard him, all of them looked at normal. This is my first time coming around Haitians. All of them looked at normal, then he just started speaking the other language. Ooh, got me a Zoe? Okay. Yes, I was like, I got me a Zoe. So, baby, he gave me his number, boom. And we just used to vibe. We was just talking, he, run that little game, woo. Had a beautiful smile. Oh my God, I was crazy about this nigga. Only knew him at this point a couple of hours. Excuse me, everybody had their weak point, but I was looking for love in all the wrong places. So, baby, after that day, my sister tried to dodge the door, try to get away from me, because she didn't want me to go back over there and talk to him no more. But we already been texting, talking, beeping one another. Oh, baby, it was like 2 weeks. Nigga was saying 143, 123. Him not knowing that I had not been sexual active. So, that niggas be trying to do they 1-2. They be trying to do they 1-2. But this Haitian was nasty. The things that he would do, the things that he would say, I knew at that moment he'd have me crazy. Child, so weeks went by. I used to go over there on the weekend, vibe with him, chilling with him. I'm talking about, we doing things, we chilling with these men. These ain't no regular like thugs. These they own it, baby. Everywhere I sat, to the left, to the right was a gun. It was this, it was that. But it was sexy. It was sexy at that time. Because, back then, they didn't shoot the girls. They used to shoot the boys. The girls wasn't at home. And we used to be riding with these niggas in the Donks and the Verks and the Chevys. You know what I'm saying? And it's Tupac, girl. It was Tupac time. So we just riding. So, go and get to, I went to meet this nigga family. Jesus Christ. We're going to say that for part 2. So, is you ready? Now, when I met his family, his mom wasn't too fond of American women. She didn't like American women. His first baby mom was American. But I don't know. But it was just something about me. And I was so innocent. Oh my God, I was so innocent. I didn't mean any harm. I just wanted to be the perfect daughter-in-law. It wasn't cut out. I was a yank. A yank. A yank. Every time she saw me, yank. And then you had a hating ass sister. Baby girl. I mean, this girl basically hated me the whole time I was involved with her brother, even after, just for no reason. Yeah, so the sister was like pretty much a top tier hater, dog. Like, I don't know what her problem was. At this time, she only had one child. But it's like she wanted him to be a father to her child, but not to his kids. At this time, I hadn't had a baby from her. That was my sign to run then. But of course I didn't, because this man had undid his 1-2 on me and I was sprung. So yeah, girl, so his sister, like I said, she was a hater. Like, she just didn't like it, girl. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I was a little fragile. I was innocent, girl. So I got in trouble in school. I had to go off the Job Corps. Yeah, it was mandatory back then. I was call this nigga. He had this thing, like, because he hustled all night, so he would be asleep all day. I didn't want to hear that shit. I called him. He always played like he sleep. Come to find out nigga messing with this girl around the corner. The girl around the corner knew about me, but I didn't know about her. Mind you, I'm in Georgia. I'm way in Albany, Georgia. In Job Corps, about to go crazy. I'm so in love, girl. I used to have DJ song, like DJ little hits and quotes that he used to have at the radio station recorded, because you used to be able to record them on your cassette. That was my wake-ups. Don't quote me. I told you I was silly for this Haitian girl. He was toxic. If I would have been shown the proper love by my father, then I wouldn't have not walked into a situation as such. So, baby, it'd be so bad up there in Jocko because I couldn't talk. I couldn't hear my Haitian. If I couldn't hear my Haitian, girl, I made up all type of lies to get home. Do you hear me? All type. Girl, I had a fake mama that sent me a notarized letter and everything, baby, because I had to get back to Miami-Dade. I was in Miami-Dade, and mama ain't even know it, baby. First stop, Little Haiti. It was me walking up in the trap. Hey, boo. Where you been? Can we talk? Baby, it was so desperate. I'm going home with you tonight. I don't give a fuck if his mama didn't want me there, baby. I was going home with him. Where have you been these past couple nights? It don't matter, because you going to your mama's house over there to the trap. Wherever we going to spend the night, we going to spend the night together. Anybody know me, they know I ain't lying. Anybody know us, they know who I'm talking about. They know I ain't lying. I was missing screws about the Haitian, baby. Do you hear me? From the time we walked in his mama door 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Bouze. La med, mommy. Not loud, but in my head, la med. Every time she said something, I said, what she said? What she said? What she said? Don't give a damn what she said. Baby, I'm staying here tonight. I'll go home in the morning. And he'll tell her, go to sleep, mommy. Leave her alone. She's staying here. It is. I don't know who he talked to. The girl he was talking to around the corner, baby, we gonna have to see each other by this one. So, like I said, just to rewind a little bit, yeah, he was talking to some girl who stayed around the corner from his mama's house. Apparently the girl, she was older than me, because like I said, I was a young girl. I was like, at this time I probably was like 17. And I was young. My room was still Pocahontas, bitch. I ain't give a fuck. Okay? I had me a Haitian. And so he was talking to a girl, she had to be of his age, but she looked older, around the corners. And she'd be, I guess, making some moves. She'd steal clothes or whatever. So, they had their little connects with the different hoes, whoever they were talking to. Basically, he just let me know, hey, chill out, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I take care of you. Don't worry about them hoes, this and that. Them hoes, if you finna go steal, you finna go sell some dope, you finna go do that. Don't worry about them hoes. You gotta learn, you gotta get something. You gonna go get a little job? Oh, bitch, you ain't finna pimp me. At the end of the day, my mama's name was Barbara. I wasn't getting pimped, bitch. I ain't want to get no job because you ain't getting it. You ain't getting none of my money. Even though he could have got all my money back then, he could. If I would have had the time to go get a job, he would have got all my money. Cause he's like, wear nice things, and you know, I probably would have bought it. But fast forward, so he was talking to the girl. The girl must be. I don't know what they used to be doing, cause I wasn't advanced in sex like that to be doing all that stuff that she was doing or they were doing. I was a water boom, water bang, 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 bang. That was it, baby. He ain't teaching me nothing for me to be advanced. Like I said, he ain't teaching me nothing to be advanced. So, you know, I was just his love, his baby. Okay, the baby. Mister used to climb on top and do some things to me. Okay, so as time went by, I used to try to break up with this Haitian. I was getting tired. I was tired. He used to go missing because they used to go out of town doing their little thing. He used to get missing 2-3 weeks at a time. Bitch, don't call my phone. I'm sick. I'm numb. Like, I'm trying to talk to other niggas, but everybody who try to talk to me is tired, like, in that neighborhood, in that era. And I just ain't want to take no chances because I ain't never had no physical altercation with this Haitian. But I know he gets stupid. So he come back in town one time. I'm trying to talk to him. He doing this sleep shit again. When I wake up, I'm gonna call you. No, nigga, you need to get up now. Don't wake up. When you wake up, don't call me. Don't call me no more, bitch. It's over. I'm tired of you. You know, trying to put my big girl panties on and talk all this shit, girl. Before you know, I turn around. That Haitian who had his sister, the bitch who ain't like me, pull up to my mama shit. That bitch had me cornered in the room with a butter knife. Oh, you know that shit was sick. Oh my God, he cared. Oh my God. So after that, he pulled up. He was like, oh, stop fucking playing with me. You ain't going no motherfucking well. You telling me that you gonna leave me. You got me fucked up. And this and that. You ain't going no motherfucking well. And he told his sister to leave and he stayed over there. He stayed over there about a week. He stayed a week. He slept a week. That bitch slept a week. Do you hear me? Just to make, oh, you want me here? Bitch, I'm finna be here. I'm gonna show you what I do. Sleep. Trying to convince me that, you know. But the bitch ain't had that phone with her. That bitch did not have that phone with him. That phone was somewhere else. That bitch was asleep for a week. Mind you now, he had like a 4-year-old daughter that's 5, 6. She'll be like 6 at that time. She'll be a 6. She'll be like 6. I found out I'm pregnant. Pregnant. Baby, that Haitian took me through it. Do you hear me? This was shit finna get real in the field. I ain't gonna lie. One time, I caught myself breaking up with him because he had got missing, and me and my sister had met some guys. Like I said, everybody is entangled into this neighborhood. It was 2 guys from that neighborhood, but we had never seen them hang around them. But apparently they were like opposite them. But them niggas, I don't know. But one of them was mixed. The one I was talking to was mixed. The one my sister was talking to was tall, you know, nice looking. Bitch was crazy. Bitch was deranged. Bitch was not normal. And they kidnapped us. The one my sister met, he was really crazy, but we didn't know he was crazy like that. The one I was talking to was scared of the motherfucker. My sister said she didn't want to have sex. They had took us shopping. Like, we met them on a Friday. And by Sunday, like, they had got us goals. Took us shopping to the mall. Bought us Jordans. We had a lot of money in our pockets. We had a lot of weed. We was like... We was there. I don't know what went wrong. But the boy must told my sister he wanted to have sex. My sister said, I'm not having sex with you. Headstrong. I'm not having sex with you. He was like, man, I just put them goals in your mouth. I take them shits out with a butter knife. And I'm telling my sister, you ain't gonna get him none? Like, bitch, ain't like you a virgin. That bitch headstrong. No. I ain't obsessed with him. No. He know I'm with somebody. No. So, after that happened, they told her they gonna take us home. They never took us home. They took us to El Palacio Hotel out there off like 180, right when you pass the stadium. It's right there on the right hand side where you go on the bridge. They used to have locks on the outside of the door. Them motherfuckers put the do not disturb sign on the outside the door. They had all these pounds of weed inside the motherfucking hotel room. And they used to go out. We thought they was selling dope. These bitches used to be robbing in the daytime. Robbing. They bring us food and they'll leave. They were like that for a whole week. One day, we was able to call one of our little friends who in our neighborhood, one of our homegirls, to tell us, hey, try to get in touch with my baby daddy. He was my baby daddy at the time, my man and my sister's boyfriend. Tell them that where we at and tell them who got us and this and that and that. But nobody could get in touch with them. So I don't know, the housekeeper lady came or something. But I know they had a lot of money in the jar. They had dope in the jar, this and that. Me and my sister had the housekeeper lady there open the door. We were like, thank you, ma'am. As soon as she was coming in that bitch, we were going out of that bitch. I don't know, shit was already packed or whatever. We called us a society cab back to Liberty City. Now, this is a real story now. Back to Liberty City. Got to La Haiti with our regular people. We sold that shit. Now, you know, my baby daddy looking for me. My baby daddy looking for me. I've been disappeared for a whole week. Baby, so how I'm telling him, oh, they kidnapped us. So then, like, when I told Sue, fast forward, when I told y'all, I told this motherfucker I'm pregnant. He said, you pregnant from XYZ? I ain't pregnant from him because I ain't do nothing with him. And if I was, the baby would be mixed. Like, it's gonna be, I can't put a mixed baby on you. You're dark, you're black, you're Haitian. So, I'm back again. Let me tell y'all, if I would have known what I know today, I would have left that Haitian long time ago. Well, I did leave him, but I'm saying, like, I wouldn't even thought about that Haitian. That Haitian had no morals. He talked to anything that was walking, but was judging me to say if I was pregnant. Okay, so once he got through that, he's like, okay, you know, you pregnant with my baby, boom. It became a situation that I had to go stay with him. Sorry for all my yawning. Sorry for all my yawning. Baby, I go to bed with the roosters. So he was like, oh, so I went to go stay with him or whatever. And it was like me and his sister, because he used to go hustle all day, so I'm with his sister all day long. Whole playing like she liked me. Don't never like me, girl. All along, she dipping and dabbing with the hoes that he playing with on the side or whatever. But she in my area. I'm up here vibing with her, whatever. If I would known what I know back then, that I know now, I should just whooped her ass back then. But hoe need love too. And I ain't gonna say she was always like, she was like this bad person. She just was fucked up mentally. She was just fucked up mentally. She didn't know to be real, and she had her own shit going on all along. Until this day, she have her own shit going on, but she always made time for Sean and her baby daddy business. That never made sense to me. Okay? And he was a type of baby daddy, type of Haitian. He gonna go to war with all of them, with the mama, with the sister, with the auntie and uncle by me. So, me living at them Haitians' house, the mama used to try to make me eat her food every day, and I ain't want to eat her food, because, you know, you done heard bad rumors, and I know she ain't like me. My mom used to say, don't eat that lady food. Don't eat that lady food. But I think over time she had grew to like me, but the sister just was so treacherous. Every time me and mama would get a little bit calm or whatever, the sister would say something in Creole, girl, that triggered them all. He used to be getting money. Instead of him getting money, he knew we had a baby on the way, so he'll be bringing the money home, telling me to go get a little stuff for the baby or whatever. And he wouldn't give his mama no money. I don't know what he was doing. So the mama ended up taking the shit out on me. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but she'll take the shit out on me. Like I got some control of what he give her, this and that, and she was trying to calculate how much he gave me and this and that and that and that. I don't know. But the more the story, sister was mad because she felt like he supposed to give her more. How the fuck he supposed to give you more, sis? Is you fucking on him? So the sister always kept up shit, dog. So like I say, back rewind, she deal with those who her brother fuck with on the side. One day, I'm sitting up in there, and one of the girl who I say fucking around the corner, she come over there, cause she vibing with the sister. Talking about she bringing her step baby some clothes. She had a whole bunch of clothes, baby clothes. So I was like, I text him, I say, what the fuck you got going on? Oh, your bitch bringing clothes for my baby? Like, what the fuck y'all got going on? He came home, but I left. By the time he got there, I was gone. Because so he had jumped on the damn girl. He was running from the police. And it was all the sister's fault. Because she called the hoe over there. But she always stole the rocks and had her hand. So the sister always kept up shit, dog. So like I say, back rewind, she deal with those who her brother fuck with on the side. One day, I'm sitting up in there, and one of the girl who I say fucking around the corner, she come over there, cause she vibing with the sister. Talking about she bringing her step baby some clothes. She had a whole bunch of clothes, baby clothes. So I was like, I text him, I say, what the fuck you got going on? Oh, your bitch bringing clothes for my baby? Like, what the fuck y'all got going on? He came home, but I left. By the time he got there, I was gone. Because so he had jumped on the damn girl. He was running from the police. And it was all the sister's fault. Because she called the hoe over there. But she always stole the rocks and had her hand. So, mind you, a long story short, I'm sitting up there. I finally come back. House in shambles and stuff like that. So, I think I end up leaving a little while after that because I was having like little minor pains in my pregnancy. Like I needed to go to the doctor. But I know if I go down south, that my mama down waiting gonna bring me back up north. So I want to have the baby, what he had. Just stupid, I want to have that baby close where I know he could be there. That ain't make him be there. But I ended up going down south. I went in labor. I had my baby, 8 pounds, 1 ounce, 21 inches long. 8 pounds, 8 ounces, 21 inches long. And it was like, I think it was like, they told me for 6 months of my pregnancy that I was having a boy. Had a fucking girl. Fainted. Boop. A girl. Fainted. Had to see a therapist, okay, before I could see my baby, because they said I had some type of depression. That wasn't the case. Bitch, y'all told me I was having a motherfucking boy and I had a girl. I got everything for a boy. And she wore all that boy stuff. Yeah, so I'm called to the house, see where he at. Mommy like, he not there. She telling me, oh, you have baby, you have big baby. Oh, Sean bring baby, come home, bring baby. She gonna take me to the bath. My grandma was like, she's not fucking with you. She's not touching you. You're not sitting in the tub. And Haitians is not gonna put that stuff on you. And this and that and that. And I'm like, I had to get back to my mom. Okay, y'all. So TikTok apparently muted my videos for whatever violation. I do not know. But let me try to pick up where I left off. Basically, yeah, my grandma didn't want to let me get back up there to my baby daddy. So I was, stuck down south with my grandma them, trying to tell me how to take care of my baby and all that stuff like that. So from time to time, I did have a best friend that lived in the city. I used to go to the city, chill with my best friend, or I'm going at my godsister's house, and I'm over there. I'm posted, vibing, so that you know, I could be trying to see my baby daddy, you know. And like I said, I used to go over to my best friend's house, and my best friend had ended up hooking me up with one of her boyfriend friends, and he was ticked. He was ticked. He could probably take my mind. He took my mind off him for a little while, but the first time my baby daddy called me, it was like a wrap. No lie. First time my baby daddy called me, it was like, we gotta go. But one particular day, baby daddy called me, and I was like, oh, I can't go because Blase Squaze, and my baby daddy, he happened to hear a nigga talking in the background. So he came where I was. Boom, 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 boom. So when he got there, Bestie was already on go. You know, she was like a bestie / big sister. They protective over me. Whoop, de whoop, de whoop. She ain't know in my mind I was saying, girl, like, because she was ready. I'm like, girl, you was not finna hit my man. You was not finna hit my baby daddy, girl. We finna keep this shit G. And you was not finna hit my baby daddy. We're gonna stop. But I got this. Let me handle this. He came knocking at the door. Boom, boom, boom. You know, the first thing they want to say, oh, who that knocking on my damn door like that? Okay, girl, like, just chill out, girl. Just chill out. Because he showed up. Like, where my baby at? Oh, he ready to take my baby girl. Because he ready to take my baby girl. Oh, bring your behind on. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere, this and that. Walk, nigga swung. Walk. H, you playing with me? You playing with me? Girl, I couldn't. Best friend with the swinging. We went to jumping them. Girl, she was finna pick up. I'm like, what? But hold up. It was like a pause in the whole. What are you doing? We ain't doing that. You ain't hold up, baby. I'll leave with him before you do that. You ain't finna stab him. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy. He left. Oh, whoop de whoop. Don't talk to me no more. Da da da. F you. Da da. Whatever. Let it go. Girl, that man was calling that phone. Or what he gonna do? He see us walking. He see us riding. It's up. Da da da. He was ready to toe tag somebody. Okay, boom. Leave that alone. Call his mama house later on to see his way, like just trying to check the temperature, check his whereabouts. She telling me, oh, I got man, blah, da. Let alone now, this man got a whole girlfriend. A whole girlfriend. Okay? Girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. They was two duplicates, okay? They both of them were boxers. Nobody want to be mad about that. Everybody want to be mad about me, about my thing, but he could do what he want to do. Nah, man, we ain't finna do that. We finna play chess. Okay. After that, I left him alone. I ain't bothered him for a long time. I let him do his thing. He did his thing, you know. I didn't see him. And I just basically I played him. I beat him at his own game. I just went down there, put him on child support, and when I put him on child support, oh, you know his mama, oh, you know good, you salute. You know, I was all type of boozes and all that. Yeah, okay, mommy, okay, it's okay. But when he not doing enough for my child, it's okay. Or you trying to get his license suspended, or you trying to you trying to get him go back to jail. That's no good. I'm listening to all that. Mommy, this is not about me. This is about my baby. It's about my baby and a little bit more other stuff because he been playing with me. This husband been playing with me, okay? And he always been trying to take me to a side that don't exist for him, okay? Don't exist for him. But he always wanted that extra reaction out of me. And for some reason, I never gave it to him. So he went to screaming even more. He wanted DNA. He wanted DNA. Okay. When we go to child support, we got a letter for child support. He didn't come in that child support court for somebody to say they ain't had no income, they ain't had no money. He came in that child support. Coogee down. At that time, Coogee was in. Coogee, Fresh Forces, big Cuban link, necklace, bracelet. You know what I'm saying? He said, up, Your Honor, I can't pay child support. I have asthma. All these excuses. I had to let them know this nigga got a hot dog cart. He got a Monte Carlo. He be driving a Vert. he the neighborhood friend. Okay, so I don't care if he had to give me $1 a day, Judge. I need my money. So mind you, now he got his mom up think he wanted DNA. We get down child support. Oh no, Sean, we don't even do no child support. I know that's my daughter. She look just like her sister. This and that and that. Nah, I'm gonna give you your child support. We finna dead this because I ain't got time. I'm gonna give you your DNA because we're gonna dead this. I'm not finna be going back and forth about you for a child that you know is yours. I ain't even had the mindset to sleep with nobody else. I've been with you. Been sitting here like a freaking fool dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? Girl, got the damn DNA. I mean, they went in there to do our DNA, telling us how to swab. I'm telling the lady, oh, swab him deep. Because he got lost souls in that jaw. Just do him deep, ma'am. They found it so funny. No, ma'am. Swab that Negro deep. That Haitianette is nasty. So, after they swabbed us, we were able to go. We went downstairs. We was in the elevator. Oh, he want to give us a ride. He want to take baby girl with him. Mind you, now, I never told my baby the messed up stuff that he was doing or that I would hear them say. I never told her that. I let her stay in the child's place and enjoy her childhood. She loved her daddy, okay? What she loved about him, she wasn't sure at that time, but she loved her daddy. She know her sister loved her daddy, so she just knows she loved her daddy. And it wasn't wrong with that. I ain't interrupt not one moment of it. He used to try to put things in my baby head like I was trying to intervene in their relationship, and I really wasn't. I just wanted him to be a part of her life the right way. Don't be trying to show her flashy stuff, because my baby already had all that. My baby always had shoes. My baby always had clothes. My baby always had jewelry, and that was on me. So I don't know why men always be trying to take credit for things that they didn't do, but I let him have his moments, okay? So... You know, of course, after child support court, she probably talked to him about 2 or 3 times. She ain't talked to him for like 6 weeks. Baby, the DNA results came in the mail. When it came to, boy, you are 99.9 her father, but you knew that. Old raggedy ass Haitian. I went and got that Negro a shirt from the flea market. When it comes to, you are 99.9 the father. Yeah. Got that relief off my baby. Not that it was pressure or anything, because I already knew who my baby daddy was. So I just wanted to let him know that I was his baby mama. Since we was new to one another, and we had people telling us that this is not his child. Like his sister, you know what I'm saying? And she used to say, she'll say what he say. But like I said, once again, sister always, you know what I'm saying, claimed her niece and got her niece and bought her these things. It was just this motherfucker, okay? Because he been telling his girlfriend that this wasn't his daughter, okay? So now, y'all, let me tell you how I get technical, okay? I ain't heard from him. I don't remember. I told you I don't get no phone calls from this man, okay? One day I'm sitting home in my house, kids at school. I ain't gonna lie, I probably was just broke. Cause whatever made me just go in my purse and start calling cards was just I did just that. Came across a child support card. I just get $52 every now and then. Like that nigga's he's the pet feed me for real. Oh, $25, $52, $50. Nothing never serious. So, this one particular day, I called that card. Boom. Mind you, I called that card 5 times. You heard me right. 5 times. Okay. At the 5th time, I accept the moment that I had some money. Baby, it was almost $6,000 on that card. So that man must be smelt that money, or he must be knew when it wasn't the right amount in his account that something happened. I never got that many phone calls from dude in my life, baby. I thought somebody had a past on the other side. But then I thought about, I put two and two together. I'm like, oh, okay. That must be some tax money or something. And I was right. Brother had filed some taxes. He called me, oh, Sean, you can't have all that money. I need that money back. I have to pay the girl who child I claimed and this and that and that. I need that money back. Or this, what? Boy, don't work like that. The state of Florida sent me that. The state of Florida sent me that. You gotta talk to my auntie and uncle about that, because I'm telling you, they told me no. They already told me no. They said, if you get that back to him, Sean, you is a fool. And I listened. So, time went by. Of course, he didn't want to talk to me. He ain't had nothing to say to my shorty. Oh, every now and then, she still want to call over there. So she'll call over there, check on his mama or whatever. His mama talk to her, boom, want to talk to me. Or she want to let me know how it's no good. That money or that, but nobody want to say, if you would have been doing for your daughter all along, that young lady would have had no problem giving you the money. I had to actually wait till this man go to jail for driving with suspended license, for the police to catch him, for her to bond him out to get some coins. Let's make this make sense. So, when that money dropped, I paid bills. I already had a car. I think I got an oil change. I took my baby to the flea market when she got out of school. Nails done. I had got her hair did. Bought her some clothes. She always had clothes and shoes. Always that. Clothes, shoes. Took her to Walmart. She bought her and her sister a pink mini scooter. Electric scooter, baby. They bought them food. They bought all the food they wanted to buy. And pretty much, what you gonna do for Big Mama for real? I treated it like it was my birthday. You already know. So now, y'all, let me tell you how I get technical. So yeah, after I finished, of course, he ain't talked to me for a long time about that right there. Okay, it's cool, whatever. We used to talk every now and then. He'll call, what's up, like nothing never happened. Because his oldest daughter and my daughter, they was pretty much close. So she spent summers with me. She came to my house, when she was bored, or they had a real relationship. So, and my daughter used to go up there and be with his nieces, which is his sister kids, and they did the thing. None of those kind of things stopped. Just me and his communication pretty much stopped. And he communicated with my daughter basically through his sister, because his sister used to have my daughter. So as time went by, what I realized is that, because like I told you, he was with his girlfriend. At that time, they had been together a minute. I had been with I don't know if I was married then by now, but I was with my husband. And, he was with his girlfriend. And when I say he loved his girlfriend, he loved his girl. He loved his girlfriend. He loved her. I used to think he loved what she can do for him, because if he could have us both, he would have wanted it. Like anybody, that's anybody. But he used to always get caught doing stupid stuff. Like, I don't know. And every time he got caught doing stuff, his sister had her thinking that I was like his main thing. And it wasn't even really like that. His sister had him thinking like, girl, she loved him and he loved her. Mind you now, his sister, like I told you, she got it out for me. I don't care how this girl was close. Okay, backtrack. This girl is like, at the end of the day, she's a woman. But her presentation is like a butch. Yeah. So, no hard feelings to her, because she was a sweet person. But his sister had put so many things in her head till she didn't really trust me. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, it's no lie. It was no lie. It was no hiding on how I felt about my baby daddy. It wasn't nothing. But the matter of it was, I accepted that, he was with her. But she was so busy listening to the sister all the time till she had her iffy ways about me. But in reality, that girl ain't want no man. I think it all was a cover up. I'ma say it cause how Table Cashapp, can't nobody whoop me. I'm grown. I think it was all a cover up. This girl was a boy. Okay, this girl wore boxers. Even when they was talking about, when the sister was talking about they were getting married, this girl talking about wearing a tuxedo bookie. Okay. Good thing I had some self-confidence at that time, because looking at that situation, that would have threw me off the ledge with him. I'm talking about he used to be, when she say she tired of him, she don't want to be with him no more, this nigga used to be ready to kill himself, unalive himself. That's the new word y'all use. He's ready to unalive himself. And at that moment, I knew that not only was he a selfish individual, he didn't appreciate nobody. You had two beautiful daughters that needed their father. You so wrapped up on materialistic things, on what somebody can do for you, the Gucci, the Fendi, and all this hood stuff, that you was willing to kill yourself. Come on now. Now you showing me, well, dog, you cared about her more than you cared about me. Hey, everything God do, he does for a reason, right? So now, the whole family hate me. The girlfriend hate me. The nieces hate me. And I tell you, I ain't changed not one bit. The sister say she messed with me, but sister ain't like me. When she needed some ideas, or she'd be trying to hang around other Haitian girl who was really up on that stuff, who was really them girls, she'll be calling me, talking about, whatever the case may be. But trying to figure out what level me and my baby daddy on. That was her thing now. And let me tell you something, just in case a lot of y'all probably saying, well, he probably ain't never cared for, oh baby, one thing about him, he definitely cared for me. And I ain't saying that just because that was my baby daddy. Like, he really, 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 really looked out for me, whether we was together or not. Always. He just had bad heart. And he must be had been hurt sometime before. I don't know what happened. But that Haitian wanted his Burger King, his McDonald's, and his Piccalese, Griot, and Bouillon. He want all that in one plate. And you can't have none, and you ain't getting none, and you watch me. This is what I was dealing with. Sister wanted to marry so bad. Sister always got these little Haitians from Little Haiti. I don't know where they come from. I mean, she playing the wedding colors, everything. She playing the wedding. When I got married, baby could understand that how I got married before her. So they whole thing be on about me was Sean married and she still mess with my brother. Girl, I mess with your brother. I don't want your brother. I would always love your brother. I was crazy about your brother. But baby, I don't want your brother. You think I want your brother? I had. See, she ain't had no baby daddies that was actually active. So she ain't know the little routine we used to have to play to get them coins. Oh yeah, hey baby daddy, yeah. This and that. I need that. Even my husband knew how I felt about that. That boy owed me. I need my coins. I need it. My husband took care of my daughter. He didn't even understand why I was even trying to get his attention. his attention. Baby, that wasn't for you to understand. I had a vendetta with that one. And he was going to take care of mine. Half the time, he didn't even work. It did. And we're going to speed it up. Because it took for my daughter to get like 13. And I never used to let her spend out at people's house unless it was over their house or something like that. And she spent out with somebody's house, a relative. And she met this boy, had sex, got pregnant. So yes, like you said, you heard me absolutely right. My daughter got pregnant at 13. If I didn't say it before, my mom, because I was talking about everything else, I missed the fact that my mom had passed. And I didn't go into a depression. I just didn't have any time to grieve. I don't know if anyone experienced that, but I didn't have any time to grieve because I had a younger brother. And I just had to keep going. I had to figure things out. So with me figuring things out, it allowed me to just keep going. But when things slowed down, the grief caught up. So how I found out, it wasn't no volunteering information. She didn't just tell me. She was just like very active. She used to cheer and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, every day was a stomach hurt, don't feel good, feel nauseous. And ever since she was like, she started seeing administration, I used to always tell them, hey, you get pregnant, I'm telling you, I ain't playing with you on that. You know, just doing those little threats or whatever. But I always talk to her and educate her and her sister about sex and all this and that. You know, but this was one rebellious little girl. This little girl, if I say go left, she went right. If I say stand up, she sit. I'm talking about, we were so attached to, I could wake up in the morning sometimes and I could figure out she didn't go to school. But I was dealing with this. You know, I didn't never ask somebody else to deal with what I was going through with my daughter. I dealt with it. So, after I found out, I took her to the hospital. They did a test, so, you know, of course, they said she was pregnant. At that time, she was like 7 weeks or 8 weeks or something like that. So, you know, I was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe that. I'm like, how this happened? Because she was always with me. She was always home. She had her own room, so she was, you know, she's always get mad because I wanted to let her do a lot of things that her and her friends were doing, and like attend parties and go to the movies by themselves on the weekend. Like, I ain't never used to condone none of that unless I was going. And I guess the more I did that, restricted her, the more she made it her business to be rebellious. So I reached out to his sister, you know, and because I didn't want them to hear from nobody else. I wanted them to know it from me or whatever. Boom, that I'm telling that his daughter, she got pregnant. She was talking to this boy. She lied to this boy and told him that she was 18, and one thing led to another. So yeah, now she pregnant. Everybody was screaming abortion, abortion, abortion. Mind you now, I'm telling them because at the end of the day, he's still her father. So, but abortion honestly never came from my side. From my side of thought, I just felt like, because when my grandma raised me, my grandma was like, G, okay, I'm not finna give you my light bill because you already knew what it was. You knew you're not supposed to be out there doing this. You knew it could lead to this, and now you're there. I'm not finna give you my light bill money this month because there's something you wanted to do. For you to go next month and think you're gonna get my water bill, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, you know, everybody was saying abortion, abortion, abortion. I'm like, no, we not doing that. If it's meant, she'll have it. If God don't see fit for her to have a baby, God will take the baby on his own terms. I'm not taking nobody's baby away from them. Not saying, you know, even though I knew it was going to solely be my responsibility, that's just what it was. That's just what it was. I you know, I was already dealing with things in my head because I felt like, you know, how can I let this happen? But it took me time to realize, like, that really wasn't on me. That wasn't my fault. If I always led my daughter correctly, I always talk to my daughter. And some people, as I know, are going to do what they want to do regardless. Regardless. They're going to do what they want to do. So what I had to do was accept the fact that if God want her to have a baby, she's going to have a baby. If God don't want to have a baby, she's not. But at the end of the day, I'm still her mom, and I'm going to have to support her. She's not going to be the first 13-year-old. She wasn't the first 13-year-old, and she never going to be the last. So, of course, everybody on that side, which their back was already turned, but they turned their back on my daughter. So every time, they could get fly, they lip or they argue amongst each other, the topic was my daughter. Oh, your daughter got pregnant. Or, oh, girl, you got the cousins. Oh, girl, you got pregnant. This is the only leverage that they could have. But the only difference was that y'all knew about my daughter pregnancy because it was an open book, because didn't nobody do nothing for her but her mama. And y'all babies went where they want to go, and nobody got a chance to know, because guess what? Okay. So shortly after my daughter got pregnant, like at 16 weeks, the baby aborted itself. I immediately put her on birth control. I took her out of that COPE school, and she was back in school, back on routine, and we never had this problem again. My daughter went through 72 hours of pure labor, a minute apart. She delivered her baby at home in her room like a G. Do you hear me? Would have killed me, but, God did his tap dance on her. Baby girl said she don't never want no kids no more. She's 26 today, man. I tell you that. And baby girl don't want no more kids. So, as time went by, I had to still deal with this Haitian. Still deal with this Haitian and his family. And now the battle is no longer between me and him and his sister. It's between my daughter and her kids. Her and her sister, it's like they didn't want his kids to be close or have a relationship, but she only wanted her kids to have a relationship with his oldest daughter. Or she wanted, it was real retarded. It's like, but if she buy her kids polo, she want him to buy his kids Oshkosh. The fuck? Yeah, I had to come back to the room. But no, somebody tell me honestly, what do they think the sister problem was? Like, it was bigger than me. It was bigger, like, what do they think the sister problem?
I don't know what the sister or the family's problem was, but what I'm gonna tell you is they was just in their brother's business. I don't know if this is their only brother or the younger brother or what the problem is, but my sisters, they don't be in my business, but they always got my back, regardless of what it is. But they learned to stay out of my business. I tell them because I don't want y'all getting caught up with my stupid ass mess. You know what I'm saying? What it do, my boy? Lucky Wizard Deals in the building, man. Shout out to my bro, Lucky Wizard Deals, man. Hey, but my sister, I tell them to stay out of my business. Like, not to stay out of my business. They still love me, but I understand if I do some messed up stuff, I don't want y'all, catching hell or it being an issue because y'all over here defending me because I did some dumb shit. But 9 times out of 10, I won't. But I'm just saying, I just tell my sister and them because when my relationships do go bad, I don't want them to be in the middle of it, especially if there's a kid involved. So I just tell my sisters to stay out of it. I do not want my sisters involved with my relationship. And that's how he should have told his mom and his family. Stay out of my relationship. As a man, I gotta handle this. If y'all keep getting involved, y'all messing up the bond that I'm having with my kids. And that's the problem with a lot of families. They always in their family's business. And usually it's with a younger brother or the only brother, and they won't get out the way. And they always think they right. Siblings always think they right, and it's irritating to see. but I understand. But I know from my perspective, like my mama wouldn't let me. My mama ain't gonna allow me to be a deadbeat. So you know, that's just that. I don't know. I couldn't tell y'all any other reason.
Why does she want her brother to be her man? Somebody help me out with this. Like I'm puzzled. Why was it an issue with her brother? I don't watched her have plenty of men and he never bothered them. It's just like, okay, even though I say this man is toxic, this man was battling a lot too with his Haitian mom and Haitian sister. Okay? They didn't want him to have anybody. It wasn't just me, anybody. If they saw him with his daughter, it was a problem. If they saw him look at me, it was a problem. If they seen my number in the call ID, it was a problem. But why? That's just my baby daddy. Nah, for real. I told y'all toxic. I left out a lot of stuff because I ain't trying to assassinate his character. He going through a lot right now in life. Because, you know, you reap what you sow, and that is real, okay? And I still don't wish nothing bad on me. It's all love with everybody for me because I'm an adult, and I had to go through that to get what I am. My struggles became my testimony, okay? I am good. We are good. Our daughter is good. And you know what I'm saying? He is reaping what he sowed. Now I told him I was gonna do this TikTok because the world need to know, and you know I let him know more and more right now in these days of time that he was a fucked up person to me, to his daughter, and I need to let him know whatever things that he are going through right now is not that nothing nobody wished on him. It was just something that eventually had to come back because you cannot do wrong by your kids and think you just gonna be successful. God will make you their footstool. You have to know this. Sorry, I'm playing Ring Around the Rosie, but I have to go. This alarm, it won't stop. I don't care. I changed the batteries 100 times. It still make noise. I don't know what's going on. And they keep making noise in here. And I don't understand why anybody is up. But, hey. Listen, so back to what I was saying about Zoe Poppy. He was basically only a father when I would give him the time of day. There's no other way to say it. You know how they say some people just, they probably love the mama more than they love the child. I admit, that's probably what it was. But that love didn't, I got myself out the middle of the equation because I knew my daughter was getting older and she's going to start feeling some type of way. And which she eventually started around 15, 16. Her and her sister was together more often. Basically, her sister was living with me. Every house I lived in, she was living with me. She had one baby. I threw her a baby shower because these people just was messed up, like only by his kids. But if he take care of the sister kids and throw parties and like if they have sweet 16s, he have to walk them down. If they have birthday parties, he have to walk them in. But he couldn't be there for his own kids. That didn't make sense to me. I mean, I still don't understand that. But back there, I was saying, daughter was living with me. She called me mom. Me and her mom, we was iffy because I don't know. She felt some kind of way about me too because she used to be with the sister. Okay, whatever. The daughter had 3 kids, and you know all of them was living with me. He had the relationship he had with his daughters was like a nigga in the street. He get mad enough, y'all hoes, y'all bitches, this and that and that. This is how he dealt with his kids. As long as they was down south at my house, we didn't hear from him. But if I so happened to let her go up there to the sister house with her mom, it was always a problem. The sister will call over there when she found out my daughter there. She'll start all type of stuff. Oh, I thought they said they don't like you. I thought the little girl said she don't like you. Start drama. I don't know. My daughter she got to the point where it was like she noticed they treat the sister better than they treat her. Because they basically raised the sister. The sister stayed there. The sister had a brother. He stayed there. When their mama got tired of just dealing with life or dealing with things, she dropped both of them off. Okay, the brother wasn't his, but you won't be able to tell that because she dropped both of them off. So when my daughters be up there, if my daughter and her sister walking to the store some late night and he passed by with his friends, he would like verbal abuse them. Oh, y'all ages get home and stuff like that. And instead of saying like, hey, what's going on, get in the car, let me get y'all a ride, he would just verbal abuse them like he like 15, 16, like, he a nigga off the street. And my daughter started noticing it, and she was like, hey, like, Mom, I'm like, over that man. That man is crazy. Like, he don't got no respect. He don't got no respect for us. And I'm just not dealing that. I'm not dealing with him no more. And I always tell her, your daddy is just retarded. Like, something wrong with your daddy. You already know what it is. But she got tired. So, we fast forward because I can't go through 26 years on TikTok. I got other books. I got some real stuff, okay? This right here is just a topic. It's a topic that I had to been told. But in 2020, my daughter's sister lost her mom. And my daughter was there to witness it with her sister. And the mom didn't really have any family down here, so I guess they buried her or whatever. That was something to talk about. I've never seen nobody do something with somebody, but all they kept doing is talking. His older daughter went into like a little slight depression. Mind now, she got 3 kids though. She had 3 kids, and she is just in a depression, which is normal. She was living with me. She used to dib and dab from everybody, around the family. But when she used to be trying to stay with them, him and his mom would give her a problem. Like, it was like, I didn't understand. They used to just like badger her. But they didn't do any of the sister kids like that or nothing like that. It's just like something about her. And she let them do it because she was just like, she was so passive, and she had respect, and she just let them get away with bloody murder. But truth be told, she was sick of them in her soul. But she loved her grandma and her daddy. And I'm saying, it wasn't 2020 that her mama died. I think her mama died in 2016. Her mama died in 2016. I'm sorry, she passed in 2020. His oldest daughter passed in 2020 in a fatal car accident, apparently. And she leave behind 3 kids, okay? So this was going to get real. The kids, because she was staying with me right before the accident, and we had a disagreement, and she left and she went up north. So she was living wherever she was living at up there, and she ended up passing in the process. So the little girl, she had told wherever she was, she told DCF that she wanted to come to her nana, which is me, and they couldn't locate us, so she took them to her grandma's house, which is his mom. And the little girl said she didn't want to stay there. She said at this time she was like 9. She said she didn't want to be there. She said because when she used to go over there with her mom, they used to tell her to leave, and She used to make us stay outside all day. So she didn't want to be there. So that we found out about her mom's death February 1st, 2020. We went to court with that Monday, February 3rd or 4th. And I walked in there. I just was going as moral support with my daughter. And they asked for me and my daughter. The judge asked for me and my daughter. Asked for we inside of the courtroom. And they wanted to know. They said that the little girl said she wants to go with us. And she want to go with her grandma, Shonda. And she want to go with her auntie, Coco. So I'm shocked. Because I got 4 kids at home. And I'm like, okay, so what's next? So they called me up there. They said, is there anything that you, anything on your background that you cannot accept this child? And I said, do you have a background or something like that? I was like, I have a background, but at that time it was like 12 years back. I was like, it's like 12 years, but it don't have nothing to do with, child neglect and nothing like that. And I told them what it was, and they was like, oh, that ain't gonna stop you or whatever. So I was like, okay. They said, when we leave out here, I need you to go over there, go do your fingerprint, this and that, and that, and the child be able to go with you. Do you know these Haitians tried to just assassinate my character just for me not to get the little girl, but the little girl didn't want to go with them. They didn't want the little girl when the mama was living. But they was going to fight me to the end. And it wasn't no fight because technically the little girl would have been with them anyway. She just was coming out of DCF custody in my name. You feel me? Mind you now, the baby that the daughter has, she had him spend the night at the godmama brother mother-in-law house. So at the time that when she expired, so basically this is what's going to go on. If you got your kids over somebody's house and you go out there and you unalive, that person can say that child been with me XYZ, boom, 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 and that person can keep your child if they want your child. So now I'm battling them versus the lady who said that she got the baby. She said that the baby been with her 6 months, and that was a lie. Yeah, the other little boy, he was with his dad at that time. So thank God he was with his dad. So I'm fighting for the oldest daughter, and I'm fighting for the baby. So these people went into. Let me say what he did. Now he know I done threw all 3 of his grandkids. I done threw the baby shower for all 3 of his grandkids. I done bought all 3 of his grandkids. I done took care of them physically. First birthdays, Christmas, all of this. All 3. He has not done anything for neither one of them. He had to nerve. He sat in that courtroom and he labeled my daughter. Oh, that girl, that girl, this and that, and that girl, because he doing what the sister say. The sister telling him that he better turn against us and this and that. And I'm like, what we fighting for? We came here as a unit. We came here as family. Why are we fighting? Why are we supposed to be doing this together? When I said the Haitians brought everybody in their family who they thought was like a successful Haitian to that courtroom trying to make these people lie to get this little girl and this little girl like I never seen them before. I don't know them. I ain't never seen them before. So guess what? You know what they did? They took her and put her with the baby, with the lady. She didn't know that lady at all. So mind you now, all this time we going to court, it's time to go to his daughter's funeral. The day before the funeral, because we still showing our respect, because they ain't acting like we really have a problem, but they really got a problem. You feel me? So we over there at the house after the viewing, and the grandma asked me, how much money do I have for the funeral? She said she paid for the funeral, and she need She told me I didn't give her nothing. And I saw her with American's thing I did for her when she was living. I gave her flowers when she was living. Mm-hmm. So she goes to tell me, she goes off on me. Or if my daughter, she said my daughter's name, if she died, I do nothing. I do nothing. Don't. It's not my problem. Don't come. I had lost it because this is somebody I've never asked you to do anything. You never bought her a pair of panties. Okay? Don't don't put my daughter's name in your mouth. Cause you ain't have to take care of her, so you damn sure ain't gonna have to bury her. Mind you now, he on my side, he going off on her, he done cussed her and the sister out the day before the funeral. Oh, y'all always start something, y'all always saying stuff. Don't talk to her like that, don't put that on my daughter. Let me tell y'all something. I left that yard and the sister said, I was leaving the yard, the sister said, but mommy not lying. I said, oh, mommy not lying about what? What mommy not lying about? Cause mommy ain't do nothing. This ain't the one who unalive. This is mine. Who over here who did something like that to tell me about that? Who they gonna bury and this and that? Who? Nobody. We can get it right now because now you done ran my pressure up. We on another stage. We on another level. You talking about mine. Keep mine out your mouth. Next day, funeral. This man came up in this funeral with a purple and white prom suit on. Acting like he was just so torn. Do you hear me? But let me tell you, acting like he was so torn. Do you hear me? He got up there. He had a notebook pad. And he got up there. He thanked everybody in the room for doing what they do for his daughter. And I swear to God, that man ain't mentioned me. They didn't even put me in that picture. They put everybody they was talking about that they have never seen. When I say this girl they ain't did nothing for this girl, then you hear me say, I basically been in that little girl life since she was 4 years old. Whatever I bought my daughter, I bought her. When she had her kids, all 3 of her kids, I always let her mama, her mama did, that part as far as being at the hospital and all that. She always wanted me to do that with her. Baby, she stayed at my house when she was pregnant. Even after she had the kids, they was in my household. Okay, them kids know my house. Them kids know leaving school, going from my house. Baby showers, Christmas, birthdays, just a genuine love. And those people act like I did not exist. If you couldn't have hurt me any other way, then he did his big dollar there. And he stood up there and my daughter this, my daughter that. He thanked his sister for being the pillar of the family. He thanked his mom for being the queen of the family. He thanked his ex-girlfriend for... What? He thanked about 3 or 4 of his souls up in there for being there for his daughter. And I don't remember nothing they did. When I said that, man, they must be told me if you mention Sean, but for them not to mention my daughter. Mind you now, my daughter standing right next to her daddy while he get up there and say what he got to say. He never said nothing to my baby. He never acknowledged her. My daughter stormed off the podium and she was like, I'm standing right next to you and you won't acknowledge me. I'm standing, what did I do to you? You're standing right next to me. That's my sister. My sister is gone. That's my sister. You hear what I'm saying? That broke my heart. That broke my heart. I was ready to tear the whole funeral home down. Do you hear me? I was just like, really? You sat on that phone all last night crying in my daughter's ear about what these people doing, what your family's doing. You know they doing something voodoo. You know they, all this stuff. And you got up this morning and you came up with this speech. We gotta let you go. When we walked outside of there, he was like, "Oh, y'all come get in the family van limo, cause we finna go to the hall. We ain't got nothing to say to you. It would no need even going to the graveyard, cause what we going to the graveyard for? What we going to the graveyard for? We did for when she was living. Y'all came up with this little money to bury her. Oh, I want you to see the horse. You so material. You want to see a horse and care. She supposed to ride a horse. She was your princess. She supposed to ride a horse while she was living. But we'll save that for another day. And let me tell you how I always pray, how hard I always pray over my daughter. Especially when she went around them, because it was just always some bad luck. It was always just something. He used to try to educate me on the candles that was lit in his mama's house. He used to tell me what to eat, what not to eat, or this and that. He knew they were doing things. Especially his sister. You hear what I'm saying? But we're going to leave that alone. But at the same time, that Monday, he got shot. That Sunday night, him, my daughter, and the oldest, they went out for my daughter's birthday. Monday, he got shot. The police, she drove him, the oldest daughter drove him to the hospital. By Friday, she was gone. Sunday, somebody called me from a number telling me that they kidnapped my daughter at Walmart. Described her to the T. I automatically just was going crazy and this and that. Someone told me to call home. My daughter was home. It was a game. But it is real. Like, this is crazy. Like, for these people to be this demonic. Like, they was just like, every time if I come around there, something went wrong. Something. So I caught on and was like, you know what? Let me stay from out them. Don't talk to them, because, and I had to tell him, I can't go around you. I can't come around you. Your mama has something on you, and it throws off on me and my daughter, and we don't need that. I can't. He was like, you know too. Like, you know too. So hey y'all, I'm back. Let me try to finish y'all. So where I left off at when I was telling you that, you know, even he knew it was something going on. It was something going on. He knew what they do. I always heard that, you know, they do that type of things, but I was just like, no, because, you know, I serve a high guard and I'm covered in the blood and this and that, but my belief didn't get that real until I experienced something. So y'all, let me tell you, we had to go back to court, okay? Yeah, I got powder on my neck. I love powder. It's hot in South Florida. Okay, so it was coming closer to court date, to the next court date. Mind you, now the day that she died, I had just opened up a salon. She was supposed to come to the grand opening, but unfortunately she was already gone. We just wasn't notified because she didn't have any ID on her. Okay, so I'm standing in the salon and I'm just doing hair, and I'm talking to one of my customers, telling them that I know I have court coming up, and y'all may not believe me, but I'm basically a healthy individual. I'm really covered. I was standing up there, and something in my stomach, like it's like something just ripped. And I told my daughter, I said, I don't feel good. I told my daughter, I said, I do not feel good. I said, I told my client, I said, when I finish shoot, I'm gonna go ahead and go home and lay down, cause I just instantly got a fever. Like, I went home. Oh no, how I get home? I was getting sleepy. Went home and I had what did I do? Oh Lord, I was in pain. I took me some Theraflu, but I thought it was like a cold, like a little cold coming down because the way I was feeling. My body was cold, but I was hot. It was just crazy. I went, laid down, then like 3 o'clock in the morning, I started feeling stabbing sensations in my stomach. Like it just wouldn't stop. Like something was stabbing me. That carried on for like 3-4 hours. I went to the hospital. I don't know what they did, but they the paramedic thought, he said it sounded like I had gallstones or something. They took me to emergency surgery. They said my ovaries ruptured. What? So yeah, they said my left ovary ruptured, the left one, and I had to do emergency surgery. Went into surgery. Okay. Mine not no contact. I have not talked to these people. I ain't talked to these patients. They ain't called me. I ain't called them. It ain't nothing. I got court in a week. Went in surgery, came out of surgery successful. They was like, oh, if you stay home another hour, you probably would have died. You had a liter of pus in your ovaries. What? What? Okay, so I guess the pus was discolored, but this now what I'm telling you now, what they telling me about the pus being discolored, this is something I found out 3 weeks after they took the drain out my stomach. Okay, I spent a week in the hospital. Okay, 1 week. Came home, but I had to have the drains because I kept telling them I have to go to court Monday. I have to go to court Monday for my grandbaby. I got to go to court. I have to be in court. They looking for me in court. I couldn't reach nobody at the judge chambers. I have to go to court. Went to court. I told you I had no contact. My daughter had no contact with them. None of them knew I was in the hospital. None of them knew nothing should have been wrong with me. None of them knew nothing about me. Going upstairs on the elevator, I had a drain. I had that drain on my right side, on my left. I don't know. It was in my pelvic, but I think I was holding it on. It was adjusted on the right side. And I had a big shirt on, so it wasn't noticeable. We go inside the courtroom. The sister gets up and she decides she wanted to say some stuff she said. She went to say a bunch of relevant stuff. It really didn't have nothing to do with me, really. But then she said, she just, out of nowhere, she said, I was upset. She said, she's upset. She's not going to let us see you. You get her the kids, she's not going to let us see the kids because she upset with us because we ain't put her in the obituary. Mind you, I'm looking like, this ain't about no obituary. Like, what are you talking about? I had nothing to say to this girl. Only thing this girl, she went in there, she told the judge, she said, and she put them out, this and that. Let me rewind, y'all. Let me update y'all on this. Why we had a disagreement. Okay. I had to stand up. Once the judge let me speak, I had to stand up and let Your Honor know. This is how it goes down, Your Honor. I am a mother. I have my own house. I have bills. If I let another grown woman come into my house, live in my house with 3 kids, 3, and she can make way to go to a club every night, but she couldn't get a job in the daytime, and she one thing she gonna run in and out my house as she feel, it won't work. There's only one queen in the castle. If I do what I have to do during the daytime and pay my bills, and hey baby, if you was paying your bills and buying your baby Pampers and stuff like that, baby, hey. But as long as I had to buy school uniforms and I had to buy food in my house and this and that, while everybody do what they want to do with their money, but you had money to go to the club though. So I gave her objective. If you come in my house one more time at 4 o'clock in the morning and you don't have no job, you're going to have to leave here. I didn't say she had to take the kids. I told her she had to go. But of course, they know how you feel about their kids, so they take their kids, think that they're doing something to you. Okay. So we made amends with that, you know. She called me, hey mom, do, and I didn't turn her away. I act like nothing ever happened. Hey, how you doing? Where's the babies? Boom, this and that and that and that and then this and that and that and that. Okay, this is how that went down. But let me get back to the thing. So I tell the judge, that judge told me you was absolutely right, Miss Gilliard. Okay, we moved on from that. So the judge, so I don't know, the little girl, when she was in there talking to the caseworker or whatever, and they was asking her what she would do, she kept saying she wanted to go with us. Remind you now, she was staying the night at the lady house with her little brother. The lady over there trying to brainwash my baby, but she brainwashing the baby at the same time, because she ain't got no intentions on giving up the baby. She needed a new baby. She needed some income. She needed this and that, because she ain't even known the baby to love the baby like that, like the way she was going hard. But she was already in the basically like the DCF network. So it was like a cupcake to her. It was a give and cake, okay? So that's another topic for another day. But anyways, we move on. And the little girl said she did not want to go with her auntie. She said she did not want to go to her auntie. The lawyer stood up. He said to the judge that the auntie, he called her by her whole full name, told her that they didn't want her in contact with this child at all. The child didn't want anything to do with her, and they didn't want her. They went to bring some cousin that they had that was a detective for Miami. This young lady didn't know this baby like that. She said she gonna take custody of the baby, this and that. So, you know, they want to fight. Y'all know I'm not trying to fight. I'm just trying to do the baby wishes. The baby wanted to come with me, and that's all. I'm not here to fight with nobody about no kids. I'm not. Because I knew, for one, I was already dealing, when my daughter was grown now, I didn't really have to deal with them people. But with me taking responsibility for her kids, this was going to be a ongoing situation. And I didn't really want to do another 9 years with these people. So now Auntie hot, baby. She hot. Court, they say court was rescheduled because it was around Cobra time. They say court was rescheduled till, I think, like 6 months. What? Hey, baby, I prayed on it. I let God deal what he do. Because mind you now, the lady was in contact with me. The lady used to bring the kids to my house. We celebrated. We went to parks. We went, we was like, she stopped by. We had dinner. It was a whole vibe all along. She was playing tic-tac-toe because she was just trying to build a relationship with me and my daughter, so my daughter could feel comfortable enough to, you know, give up and let my niece just chill with her, because I'm going to let them be in your life. And she was like a thief in the night. But anyways, after we leave out the courtroom, we go in the elevator. The sister said, oh, people mad because they weren't on obituary. At this time, I had enough. But mind you, I got these drains in me, so I can't box her up like I want to. But I lost it. When we got off the elevator, I had to ask her, like, who you think you be talking to? You be talking real funny because she thinking I got my cousin, and she didn't know how my husband looked. And she's telling my cousin, oh, your wife messed with my brother. My cousin looking like, what? Brother sitting there like a mute. I don't know what they put him on, girl, but he's sitting there like, I didn't even know who he was. I didn't know who he was, okay? Girl, so she went and she said, well, ain't you supposed to be healing? Out of nowhere. You ever about to punch somebody in the face and they said, aren't you supposed to be healing? Pause. Yep. Good morning. I'm back again. Y'all heard me. Y'all did not hear me stutter at all. You heard what I said. That girl said, aren't you supposed to be healing? Bonafide witch. Bonafide witch. So, baby, once she did that, it was up. Me, my daughter, it was up. We outside of the children courthouse spazzing. She thinks she gonna go. She about to get whopped. Girl, all alone, the attorney for DCF was down there, the DCF workers down there, and I had, because all Haitian DCF workers, I wonder why we keep getting switched out. DCF workers switched out. DCF, I done passed the house test where they come and view my house and everything. So I'm wondering why we just keep getting tossed around, because they're giving them the Haitian DCF workers, so these people communicating with them, letting them know every little thing about what's going on. So girl, they sitting up out there. Them people was recording us. Yup. Them people was recording us. They had untold. They was trying to show they ain't try. They showed the judge. So at this point, the judge like, ain't neither one of them getting this child and this and that and that. They only seen the retaliation. They never seen how it's being provoked and and stuff like that. Now don't get me wrong. I wanted to get the child for the sake of that she wanted to be with me. I take care of anybody. That's just who I am. But in all reality, I had a lot going on myself. So with me using my heart, just trying to help as much as I can, and I'm familiar with this because I've been doing this. Unlike them, see, they trying to prove a point at this time that they can be there and they can be her support system when she needed them, when she was living. Nobody was interested. So I went back to taking care of myself. I went back to get myself on my feet. I went back to get myself situated, and I went to dealing with grieving mode. I had to make sure my daughter was okay mentally. I had, it sounds crazy, but at some point, you just have to follow the guidelines, and you have to know if God wanted that child with me, that child will be with me. God will save me from somewhere. God will save me from something. God said, you know what? Maybe she don't need to be with neither one of y'all, because if she with you, she gonna still have ties to them, and they're not what's good for her. Maybe we move her from the whole equation. I'm not saying this is what, I'm just saying this is what I got from it. This is what I got from it. God removed that child from the whole equation so she didn't have to be dealing with the people. I didn't want to have to deal with the people. And at the same time, I couldn't tell the people they couldn't have no access to their blood. Stuff like that. And it's crazy. Mind you now, I still have visitation with the child because she was with the other lady, and the lady, like I say, she was communicating with me, and the lady was bringing the kids around me. The lady take my kids with her, to the beaches and stuff like that, doing all type of things. So while all along she was playing Mickey Mouse to get her papers finalized so she could have both of the kids. To this day, once the lady got everything finalized, the lady no longer let us have any contact with the child. It's been 3 years now, no contact, no phone calls, no nothing. I pray that she's okay and stuff like that. But in these 3 years, let me tell you, this how the toxic Haitian become a footstool. And I'm not happy about that, and I'm not glorifying, but this is what happened when you don't do right by your kids. You don't do right by your kids. He did everything to please his mom and his sister unrulingly about his kids, about his oldest daughter. He should have been there. He should have been there more. He should have had more guidance. He shouldn't have always been a friend. He should have been a father at some point. And I can remember vividly at the funeral when he was trying to take her out the casket. But I know as a parent, it's no doubt that he's grieving his child. No doubt that he loved his child. That's just a parent instinct. Some people are not taught to be a parent. It don't come with a manual. But if he would have allowed himself enough time to be attached to his own, trust me, he would have been the best that he could be. I know that he was capable of being a good father because he was a damn sure good uncle, a damn sure good brother. So I know he would have been an awesome father. You hear me? But goes to say, His sister used to have to try to make him call us because right now we have communications with the other kid, with the other son. You know, that's my grandson. He comes with us. We see him, you know, and they didn't have them type of privileges or access because people, they witnessed how they just did, how they went all out, like they got real stupid and nasty and crazy for nothing. And people chose not to deal with them, and that's just life. But they use him as a little picking bait. This man, as many women this man had, as much money as this man came across, as much as he blessed them, the Disney trips, the out of town trips, and whatever, okay, this man is at a standstill in his life. I'm talking about a complete standstill. Nothing, no movement, no motion. Okay? Grieving has took over his mindset. Y'all pray for him. Grieving has took over his mindset. My conversations with him is different now. When I talk to him, I let him know. He remember so much. He remember so much stuff that was done to him, but he don't remember nothing he did to others. He don't remember how nasty he was to his kids, and I had to tell him, you think everybody just turning their backs on you because you was just this great guy? No. You just reaping what you sow. It's times that you should have been there. You wasn't. It's things that you should have said. You didn't. Now, you want, guess who you know, my grandma always tell me when I was young, don't worry about your daddy, baby. Don't worry about your daddy. He taking care of all them other kids. He gonna need you before he leave here. He gonna need you before he leave here. Now, don't get me wrong. Life dealing with a toxic Haitian, it was very toxic, okay? The things that I told you were very factual. Like I told you in the earlier thing, I left out a lot of details, a lot of things, because it just wasn't, it didn't need to be stepped on. If one of them chose to come on here and feel like I left anything out, please do so. But my fact of it is, we pick our baby fathers. We as women, as mothers, we have our own things going on in our life. Some people need their kids more than anything. My daughter, I feel like my daughter saved me. My daughter taught me love. My daughter taught me what it is to love, and something that's mine, nobody can take away. And that's what she taught me. That's what I got out of it. So a lot of things that, people say, oh, he wouldn't have got away with that. A lot of things, you can't make, one thing I've learned, you can't make nobody take care of their children. I don't care how much money they got. You hear me when I tell you that this man came across some money. This man was very blessed. This man came across some money. And nothing about him wanted to do for his own. I think something about him doing for his own just didn't sit right in his game room. Maybe if he continued blessing others, that he was that man. But as far as his own, it just didn't sit right. And he ain't had that many friends that like that to they'll call him out on his shit. Everybody hands in the pot, so everybody getting what they getting, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Because if he wouldn't have turned his back on me when he did, I wouldn't have met the good baby fathers that I did come across that never even let anything like such happen to his daughter on their watch. And they, they show her love. So I would have never been able to experience that if he wouldn't have been the jerk he was being. Anyway, I said it was a lot of things that need to be said. I take accountability and know for a fact that he was only able to do, because I had my mom. And my mom My mom learned her experience from from early in life, because my mama didn't tolerate nothing from men, nothing, straight boss. But for some reason, I was looking for love from a man. I was looking for love in some shape, form, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I take accountability to say, he did that. He did that. And he probably didn't expect me to come out on top like I did. Okay? And I did. Okay? I spent these 45 years figuring things out. These last 26 years of being a mother, baby, I figured it out. It's nothing that she went without. She never went through nothing that her mom went through. Baby, we got it together. Okay? And she's a beautiful, very, 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 very great hairstylist, makeup artist, anything, a photographer. Anything that she touch, she eats. Do you hear me? So, baby, that was his loss. And in this story, because I'm going to end Toxic Haitian just like this, because there's a lot of people on here, they know the real, they know the truth, and the ending ain't that good, ain't that pretty. But I could tell y'all keep that man in y'all prayers, okay? And I'll do the same as I do every day. Because what he's going through mentally, he's going to need an army to walk with him to fight it. And even like I encourage my daughter, at the end of the day, that's your dad. You stand in the gap and you pray for him. Whether you chose to hold his hand while he walked that mile, you pray for him. You pray for him, because you doing what you have to do as a child. You honoring thy parents. And that's just what it is. And I teach my daughters and my sons morals, okay? Because that's what my grandma taught me. When my daddy didn't want to be that dad to me, hey, baby, you're going to get it anyway. He's going to be your footstool. He's going to watch you succeed. And they will. And I want to thank y'all for following me. I want to thank y'all for y'all encouraged comments. Y'all stay tuned with your girl, because more stories to come. And remember, all factual. Love you. Follow, like, share. Follow, like, share.
Man, shout out to Lurs Politician. Speaking of politician, I got my politic channel. We're gonna go live on YouTube through my politics channel soon. So I'm gonna start uploading videos on there ASAP to get some traction going. Oh, excuse me. But I just want to say, like, you know, it's like this whole thing. It just makes you realize that, like, everybody be going through stuff, and this is typical, man. And it doesn't mean this Haitian man was any worse than a black man or a white man or Asian. It just, in America today, relationships and dating is so it's backwards, because people have too much access to others. When you have kids with people, you tend to take out whatever frustrations you have on the person, and then that affects the kid, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. So, especially when you're taking care of your kid. And I think that, like, one thing that people need to realize is that, you know, even though you do separate, I think that it's still gonna take everyone within the two families to communicate and raise that kid, because then you have kids growing up, with the family divided. Like, imagine going to your kid's graduation and you got one family over here and one family over here. So the kid goes and talks to this family, then the kid has to go and talk to this family. The families don't commingle and all cheer for the baby together as a unit. They cheer separately, and it's so weird, you know. And I haven't been through that 100%, but it's been something like that. But I know my family never has an issue. So whenever that tends to come up, it's always my family that's, you know, taking the high road, you know. And it's not just with my kids. This is with any kids in our family. Like I have a cousin who's, you know, baby mama he didn't get along with, but they were together for a major part of our teens to our adulthood. So when I would see her out, it was just like, you know, this and that, whatever. We were still cool. She still like my cousin. It wasn't There was no bad blood there. Um, I mean, with many people, like um, even to my sister's baby daddy, like my sister's baby daddy can call me for anything for my niece, right? Um, Regardless of how him and my sister are feeling, you know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I could do best for my niece. I'm not gonna go behind my sister's back and do, you know, like. But it don't matter because if my if my niece needs something or she got something going on, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, just because you know she with her daddy, I can't do nothing. Like that's not the case. I need to show up for my niece regardless. So that's the type of that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need in this, you know, this life. It's people who can mediate between everybody. You know what I'm saying? And when there's relationships like this, family shouldn't be getting in between. And it sounds like the family was getting in between it. The new girlfriend was acting weird, you know, stuff like that.